to the last skill, number 10, and basically this skill is the great multiplier. If you can learn to use this and perfect it, you will improve much faster than you ever thought possible. Now, what is this incredible skill? It's the skill of self-analyzation, self-analysis. What does that mean? It's the ability to look at yourself and fix your problems. It's the ability to get outside of yourself, visualize what you're doing on the field or what you're doing in your mind and change it for the better. Okay, so let's look at an example in technique. Okay, if I want to improve my shooting technique, I always drag my shots to the right. Okay, I need to get outside of myself. Why? Don't just be frustrated about that, change it. Get out of yourself, analyze what you're doing wrong. Okay, when I follow through, I'm going to cross my body rather than towards my target. Okay, so you gotta analyze your technique. You need to analyze your physical movement on the field. Okay, I wanna score more goals, but I'm not getting into certain areas where I can score goals. Or I wanna defend better, but I'm not getting in the defensive positions on the field where I need to be. I need to get outside myself and see that I'm doing things wrong. See what's happening and more importantly, what I can do differently, okay? So it's great when other people give you advice, but what's even better is when you're honest with yourself. You look at yourself honestly and say, hey, I'm not doing this well, I'm doing this poorly, I don't want to do it poorly anymore. I'm going to take responsibility and I'm going to try something new. I'm going to find a way to do it better. Okay? Self-analyzation in the idea that you need to look at your performances. We talked about it before. You want to improve your decision making. Well, you need to do this every time you play. Review your performance, okay? Analyze yourself. What did you do well? What did you do poorly? How can you fix it? How can you learn from this experience? How can you become better? Okay? Self-analyzation in your mentality. Okay? How did you respond to a tough situation? Did you freak out and blame the referee? Did you yell at your teammates? Did you get upset with your coach? How did that work out for you? Did it help you? Or should you have tried something differently? Okay, so just understand right now, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you need to honestly look at yourself. What are your weaknesses? How can you improve them? Where do you make most of your mistakes on the field? How can you change that? Okay. What is the player, who is the player that you want to become in the future? What do you need to do to get there? But you're not going to get there if you're not being honest with yourself. I think most players think that they're so great, and they're probably pretty good. But the tragedy is they could be so much better if they were only honest with themselves, looked at their flaws, and found ways to improve, okay? So learn to get out of yourself. Don't be stuck in your own head. Get outside of yourself and look at yourself from the perspective of someone else. What would they think? Was that a good play or was that a mistake? Okay, and more importantly, what do you think? Okay, are you happy with the player you are today? I'm sure you are, but I challenge you to want more, strive for more, be more ambitious. And the way you're gonna get there is by being honest with yourself and using the skill of self-analyzation.